So I've put the bar so it's going to hit the frame over here, and now we're going to get Frederick to turn the key and hopefully this nut comes off. Okay? Oh, that is tight. Let's try it again. Oh, I think we're going to be struggling with this one. Okay, let's have another go. That is monster tight. It looks like I'm going to have to get my big gun out to get this off. So to get this crank nut off, we've had to resort to, well, not violence, but we've had to resort to this 1,000 foot-pounds of inch drive impact gun to get the nut off. And well, that got it off. You don't really have to put that much torque to tighten these up, so whoever put this on last was, well, they did a good job. But anyway, now we're on our way to getting this belt done. So the problem is with these cranks is that even if you put a big power bar on, a big extension bar, it'll overcome the drive of the, you'll start driving the car even though you locked it up and put it into gear and put the handbrake on. You'll get so much twist in the crank and the drivetrain that it'll be difficult to get that off. So this is really the only option. Anyway, we're still making Land Rovers better, but let's see if we get any more problems. So indeed, we did get another problem. Not the timing belt, that went swimmingly. We found out the pulley was worn out and the belt was starting to ride forward, so we corrected that. But the problem was we ordered new belts for the power steering because that was stretched and it was making an awful screeching noise when it was on full lock. Well, we had a problem with the alternator belt, with the water pump belt. As you can see there, it's riding pretty low, so that sort of usually means it's worn out and it's not very good. So we thought we'd buy a set of belts. So just bear in mind, look at this. This is this isn't a genuine belt, and that started to get me thinking, what's going wrong? Let's have a look what the original belt would look like in this pulley. The original belt at the bottom here is a CarQuest belt, but if you look very closely it says Gates 7400XL 740XL 11A 1015 11A 1015. This is exactly the same belt. The top one's a new one, but look at this. Look at something very strange. Look how wide this is and look how narrow this is. And what we were having a problem was when we were putting this vehicle under power, it was screeching. Couldn't sort of work out why. The old belt never screeched, but the new one does. So what's going wrong? Well, look at this one sat in the pulley. See how high it is? It's really high in the pulley. So I think this old belt is so worn out, and it was flapping around. You can probably just see here, you can see all the debris that's come off the belt. It was flapping about and wearing out very quickly. But when we put this on, it was screeching like a bugger. And what we come to conclusion was it was riding not deep into the pulley, and there was a lot of friction on here. Now we could use belt dressing, but there was something more to it. And the problem was the alternator. The alternator is not a Land Rover alternator. I'm not sure actually what it is without taking it off. It mounts the same, but it isn't the same. You see, where it is at the moment is at its minimum position to get a belt on. It's not fully adjusted because it's hitting, this alternator is hitting a piece of casting under here. This is a common problem in North America where people swap and move parts around. They sort of fit, but they're not right. The reason is that the mounting lug here, well, not the mounting lug, but the adjusting lug on the Land Rover is here. So that goes at the back of here. It's very difficult to explain because I haven't got a 200 TDI available, a proper one, but I know that's not right. But the problem is, not only are we limited by the amount of adjustment, look at it, we've hardly got anything at all, but if you can see very clearly down here, there's the power steering hoses. So if we move this out a bit further, it's going to hit the power steering, and also the fan is going to hit the turbo pipe, which we don't want. Not only that, let's find the belt. Here it is. Look at this. So this belt rides high in the pulley. That's not too bad. That's, you know, it's okay. That's how an original belt should be. They'll pull down eventually with time. But look at this one here. That's riding sort of almost flush with the pulley. So we've got a bit of a conundrum. one of my many conundrums. Because although this belt is riding high, and you can see where it's been running, look. But look at this one here. It's running quite low. Now this pulley's a bit wider. It's made for a different belt. The problem with being is, with this pulley, if we put on a smaller belt or a narrower belt like the original one, which is, where's it gone now? Wait a minute, I've lost it. Oh, it's here. No, wait a minute. I'll go and get the original belt. There it was, right in front of me. If I was to put this belt on to this pulley, look how low it is. That's not good. And what that means is the bottom of the pulley is running on here. It's not running on the sides. So what do I do? I've got a bit of a conundrum. The easiest solution would be to put a Land Rover alternator on, but I haven't got one. As we discussed with the owner, we might have to put up with a bit of a screeching until that alternator fails, or the belt wears down a bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, what a dilemma. You know, I really don't know what to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the old belt, see if we can adjust it a little bit more. I don't think we can, but yeah, it's just something to watch out for. You know, aftermarket parts, you know, used second-hand parts that sort of fit but don't really fit. But if you had an original Land Rover alternator, we would have no problems. We've got the part there, we've got a nice Deco belt there ready to drop on, no problems. So just watch out for that. Just watch out for that when you're thinking you're doing yourself a favour and doing something cheap. Well, there's always repercussions somewhere. So this isn't really making Land Rovers any better, but it's a little bit more information for you. We'll talk to you later.